Hello there, it's Percy Hallweller, at your service. We've had a complaint, we have. A woman has complained about a police officer who had to break up a school fight. He had to use CS gas after disturbance outside Whitefield Fishponds Community School. That's in Bristol, that is. Apparently, the fight began between two teenage girls, with about 15 other people then joining in. Avon and Somerset Police said the officer had no alternative but to use the gas to prevent serious injury to the group fighting in the street. But Maslinya Babatunji said the spray affected her 15-year-old daughter. Giboos, I wonder if the police officer was white. If he was, he could be charged with a racist attack, couldn't he? Anyway, she said, I think it wasn't called for to go to these extremes, putting CS gas on school children. She talks like that, she does. Anyway, doesn't she know school kids carry knives these days? She wouldn't have liked if her daughter had been stabbed during the fight, would she? And some school kids even carry guns, don't they? Her daughter added, I felt dizzy and my eyes were burning. I couldn't open them. I thought the officer, who was on his own, did well, eh? 15 against 1. He should get a medal. Not like my school days. Prefects would have sorted that out. This'll make you laugh. Maybe it won't. Burglars and thieves who steal to fund an addiction to drugs, gambling or drink could escape jail, even if they target a vulnerable victim, such as an elderly shopkeeper. Judges and magistrates have been told to take an offender's dependency into account when sentencing. Crimes committed out of desperation or need will also be considered a mitigating factor when deciding whether the offender should be jailed. Oh, nice. Can you imagine some scrote getting off with murder because he needed money for drugs? Our country's going mad. Some of our lads are jokes too, aren't they? At Fordham, that's near Newmarket that is, they put a group of illegal immigrants on a train, gave each of them free tickets, and told them to make their way to a detention centre 80 miles away in Croydon. That's near London, that is. Guess what? Go on, guess. All 9 disappeared on their journey. Dear, oh dear. Have you heard this? Police Chief Michael Todd, he was Chief Constable of Great Manchester Police, you know, Britain's second biggest force. He's the one who invited the cameras to record a moment at which he took the full force of a shot taser stun gun, demonstrating how effective the weapon could be. Screaming in agony he was for several seconds as he took an electrical charge of 50,000 volts. He grimaced, arched his back, fell forward, only to be caught by 2 flanking officers who held him body convulsed for several seconds. It hurt like hell, was his verdict. I'll bet he did. That was a silly thing to do, wasn't it, eh? And he's a chief constable. He should know better, shouldn't he? Anyway, Michael Todd's body was recovered by rescue teams in Snowdonia. That's North Wales, that is. They say he feared a close relationship with a well-known businesswoman who was about to be exposed. But he already had 6 affairs that we know of. He had drunk half a bottle of gin and reeked of alcohol when he was found face down on a snow-covered slope near the gale-lashed summit of Snowdon. He must have spilt a lot of that gin, to reek of it, especially with 80-mile-an-hour winds blowing, eh? He had driven 100 miles from his flat in Manchester to the picturesque North Wales village of Llanberis. I've been there, I have. Where he parked up his black Range Rover. That's a long way to drive to commit suicide. He might have had an accident on the way, mightn't he? Then, in the most ferocious storm of winter, he set off alone. 4-mile trek up the snow. He's believed to reach Green Clark, a remote, gently sloping area 15 minutes from the summit. Around 2.5 hours later, with darkness closing in, gales howling, and snow falling. A coroner ruled out reports that he had jumped to his death. It is understood Mr. Todd had some visible injuries consistent with a fall or stumble onto rocks. Before setting off, he sent a series of text messages to close family members and a couple of friends, which caused major alarm. There were questions about whether he might have been saved. It emerged that rescue teams wasted more than 13 hours searching the wrong area. Some rescue team, they were hay. Data from his mobile phone signal led to Coast Guard and lifeboat crews to scour an area 14 miles to the northeast, around Port Linnet, on the Menai Straits, Anglesey. That's odd, isn't it? They switched to the right spot when a group of walkers stumbled on some of Mr. Todd's possessions on Snowdon. Plenty of people walking about in gale force winds, wasn't there? Must have been like a high street up there. He was carrying a change of clothing in his rucksack too. And rescuers found his BlackBerry phone close to his body. Why take a change of clothes, eh? Mind you, between you and me, he was involved in the inquiries in 2005 by the civil rights group Liberty about whether offences had been committed by the CIA when their aircraft carrying terrorist suspects touched down on British soil. Up in the helicopter. What was all that about, eh? He's not the only one to die in suspicious circumstances either. Commended police inspector, Inspector Neil Munro, has died after apparently jumping off a cross-channel ferry. Inspector Neil Munro boarded the Brittany ferry ship alone late one night in Poole. That's Dorset, that is. The married father won. The third policeman thought to have killed himself in the space of 4 days. He went overboard in Poole Harbour a short time after it set sail at 11:45. Nobody saw him fall, and the boat continued its crossing to Cherbourg without stopping. Oh, nice, hey? His body was discovered trapped under a private jetty at the harbourside mansions of property magnate David Russell and his wife Valerie on the exclusive Sandbanks Peninsula. His death follows the apparent suicide of Police Sergeant Richard Fuller, who was found at his house near Caen. That's Wiltshire, that is, after he shot himself with a rifle. I don't know, do you? Yeah, this'll make you laugh. The number of armed police officers accidentally shooting themselves and other colleagues has soared in the past 5 years. Now nearly half of all injuries caused by police shootings are the result of officers shooting themselves or a colleague, often during bungled training and demonstrations. Since 2003, there have been 7 incidents in which armed police injured themselves or a fellow officer due to careless handling of a gun, compared to just 4 in the previous 12 years. Recent incidents include a diplomatic protection officer shooting himself in the leg, and a sharpshooter who blew the top of his thumb off. That's his hitchhiking days over, isn't it? Oh, before you go, have you seen this menacing character? Yes, it's Basil Brush. A group of gypsies say they were racially abused by him on a BBC programme. Very serious that, being racially abused by a puppet. The gypsies allege that an episode of the Basil Brush show, which showed a gypsy woman trying to sell Basil wooden pegs and heather, was racially offensive. Yeah, I thought they did sell pegs and heather. Gypsies used to come around at our street when I was a boy. If you didn't buy anything, they cursed you know. My mum wouldn't open the door if she saw them. Anyway, they contacted our lads in Northamptonshire, who have issued an all-puppet bulletin for his arrest. And us puppets have got to stick together though, haven't we, hey? Anyway, got to go now. I've got to take an aspirin for my headache. I still don't know what that was all about, eh? Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye-bye.